But some of the real problems at the game is the behavior of parents. Sports teammates Eric Dobratz has more now on why this is happening and what one school is doing to help bring a more positive experience to games.
Over the years, parents have become very, very, very much more verbally abusive.
Click on YouTube and search for parents behaving badly at youth sporting events, and you'll find thousands of videos to choose from. Marty Tangretti has been officiating youth hockey in Connecticut for almost 30 years, and he says parental behavior has never been worse. Fans have verbally abused players, coaches, and officials for years, but now it can even get physical.
We had a little altercation in the game, and a couple players were led off the ice during the game, and I had a parent walking around toward the door where we were exiting, and he actually put his hands on me, ripped my shirt off me. It's a traumatic experience, even as an adult.
Lauren Sardi is an associate professor of sociology at Quinnipiac University. She agrees that parental behavior at sporting events is a problem.
Parents are very heavily invested in their children's future. You know, for some, it's something where they've spent a lot of time, money. You know, they've made a lot of sacrifices themselves in order to help their children be successful, and it can be not just something where the parent feels like they're living it through their child, but is also just sort of, you know, like, I need to pave the way.
Despite the issues with parents, students all over our state have really turned up the spirit at games. They've taken it one step further at Brookfield High School. The Bobcats not only win on the field, but off of it as well. For the last 3 years, the school encourages students to sign the Class Act Pledge. Respect and positivity, the key words to the agreement.
Yeah, we have a Class Act Council with 57 athletes, and they talk about what's going on in the stands, on the court. We also actually have fan captains. The principal and I meet with them regularly and go over expectations.
Earlier this month, Brookfield Athletic Director Stephen Baldwin invited students to the local Chick-fil-A.
Welcome to Brookfield. We love athletics.
Council members signed up more students and talked about why this is so important.
We focus on being positive because it boosts our team, and we focus on boosting our team rather than hurting the others, because that doesn't really get us anywhere. And
it's grown a lot in just the 4 years that I've been here. It's like definitely escalated into something like a lot better and like more beneficial to our school, so I think it'll continue to go in the right direction.
They know it's the right thing to do. They've taken ownership of it. I've talked about it. They want this, and this was their idea.
So the students are working on ways to behave at sporting events. How do we get parents to follow their lead?
I think parents should put themselves in that situation where, what if your child was the referee or someone else was yelling at your child that way? How are we going to teach our kids how to act if we act like that ourselves?
All right, Eric here is joining us now. You watch that, you wonder, why would anyone want to be a referee and have to deal with all that stuff?
Yeah, good question. Marty Tangretti, who we just saw in the piece, the hockey official, he works with USA Hockey, which is a body that oversees youth hockey, and he trains young officials, and the retention rate for a first-year official right now is 50%, the lowest it's ever been.
That's tough. And I know you spend a lot of time with these coaches. What do they have to say about all this?
The coaches, the one thing, look, they've always been yelled at. That's been going on for tens of time.
Yeah, sure.
We've all done it, right? Officials, coaches,
You've
but
done it.
yes.
Yeah.
Officials, coaches, but they do say the amount of vulgarity that now happens in the stands. You heard some of it right there in this piece.
Sure.
It's almost accepted now, and that's something they're still trying to get over.